What's going on, guys? Marcus Crockett back with another video. So in this video, I really want to talk about profitability inside of commercial cleaning, okay? And here's the thing. In this business, there are really three things that you absolutely have to know. Look at it at like the framing of a house. So on the bottom level, you're going to need to know how to acquire customers, okay? You're going to need to know how to acquire customers. It doesn't matter whether you go through, Google ads, or whether you use Facebook ads, or whether you use Google My Business, or whether you have a great SEO system set up, or if you're going to use, our walkthrough appointment center service, you can use that too. However, whatever route you choose to go, you have to be able to bring customers in on a regular basis. So attracting clients is number one. So let's just say that that's the bottom level. Let's say that's the actual foundation, okay? Now we got to work on the walls. So the walls would be being able to know how to bid. Once you find these clients, they're going to want you to come in. You need to do walkthroughs. You have to be able to send them proposals. You have to send them bids with numbers that work well for them. So you have to know how to do that. So let's call that just the walls. Now the roof would be, once you have to have somebody who knows how to come in and work the account. So you need a consistent flow of workers, whether that is subcontractors, whether that's employees, family members. However, you have to be able to have these three things in order for the house to stand. Now, the inner workings of your business, right? These are all of the other things. These are your systems. These are your processes, your procedure, your people, the things that you have inside of your business. But in order for you as a business owner to enjoy this house that you're in or that you've built, at some point in time, your house has to give you equity, right? And we'll just call the equity profit. You have to be able to get profit. Now, your profit isn't what it takes for you to run your house, right? So it's not that, because as you work in your business or on your business, you still need to take money to take care of your life and your kids and your family, or all of the things we have set up. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the profit, right? The additional, the thing that what's above that, above and beyond what it takes for you to run your life. So we're talking about the profit. Let's just call that the equity. How all of this stuff even came out. 2 weeks ago, I met with an attorney. Maybe it was a week ago. I met with an attorney. We did a consultation. I'm trying out some different things. I want to try some new stuff in terms of, tweaking some things in the business, trying to do things that make a little bit more sense, and not be so, I want my money to be as smart as possible, right? So, a lot of the questions I had, the attorney, he really wasn't able to answer them because that's not his lane. He referred me to a CPA. Some of the questions he were able to answer, but he just wasn't able to answer most of them. That's like, having a tooth pain, and instead of going to go see a dentist or an oral surgeon, you go and see like a podiatrist or a foot doctor, right? He just wasn't able. That wasn't his area of specialties. But what he did tell me was probably some of the most useful business information that I've had in a long time. And I'm gonna say that it's easily within like the top three. I have to break it down one day when I have time to figure out where it ranks, but it's really, really high up there. So we're having this conversation it goes from a consultation to a conversation, and we're having this conversation at this point, and he recommends me this book, and I ordered the book that day. I ordered it on Friday. By Saturday, so by the following afternoon, Saturday afternoon, I was done with this book. I ordered it on Audible. I'm telling my wife about it. I get her a copy of the book, and she gets the book, and she's listening to it, and she's like sold all the way in now. So she orders me the physical copy of the book. So now we can go through, look at all the stuff, and it just made so much sense. It was really, really powerful book. Like I always recommend books, but this one right here, this book is a resource that it doesn't matter where you are in your business, whether you are just starting off, or where you're like me, you've been in business for a long time, you have success, business pay is grown, it pays for my house, my life, like everything. It's paying for me to go on vacation. We're leaving and pretty soon to go on vacation, right? So it pays for all of these things, but there's still some things that I noticed in the company that I need to change and I need to rearrange to make the equity in my company grow that much more, right? To be more profitable. Below, it doesn't matter where you are, again, like if you're just started or if you're in business for a long time, get this book. It will definitely help you get on the right course. It's not anything specific to cleaning, but in business overall, right? In business overall, and how you allocate your money for certain things, this book is the best book that I've ever had. It's one of the greatest resources. So I haven't made any videos all week long because I've been ripping apart things in the business, tearing stuff up, moving stuff around, making things make sense. So that has been my focus. That's where my attention has been. I'm trying to get some things taken care of before we actually leave out of the country and go on vacation. So, I've been working on that stuff. But inside of our personal private Facebook group, I had a question come up, right? And if you want to join the Facebook group, I'll leave the link down below. Right now it's free up until we get to 100 members. I'm probably going to cut it off at that point. And if you're in business, you're in the group, once we're at 100 members, I'm going to do a free drawing to give away a free walkthrough appointment, right? So we're giving away an appointment for you to go through, meet with a decision maker, and submit your proposal for service. Maybe that might be your first account. Maybe that might be your second, but we're giving that away once we reach 100 members. So I'm inside of the group and I get a message, I'll attach it up top. And basically the message is saying, let me read it actually. So basically the message is saying, what niche has brought us the most success, right? What niche in our space? And I'll say this, we have so many different types of accounts. We got dealerships, we got medical offices, dental offices, schools, daycares, administrative buildings. We have so many different things. And I think the question that he's trying to ask, or the way that I understand the question, is which niche is the most profitable? So I'm going to give you real numbers. So first, there isn't any industry that I've come across that are just way more profitable than the others. We have certain dental accounts that are more profitable than some administrative accounts, and then vice versa. So it just matters of what the customer is looking for and how many days a week or how often do they want to be serviced. So here goes some real numbers, right? We have an account that we do once a month. The account, it pays us $125. No, my bad. $225. We do it once a month. It takes about an hour to do. So where I'm at, a fair wage to pay someone to go in and clean is about $20 an hour, right? This is if you're using an employee, which we have an employee in this account. So we pay them about $20 an hour. After the tax and the gloves and the supplies and the different things that they need and the drive time, let's just give some extra cushion and say, for us to get this account done once a month is going to cost $30 an hour. So $225, we'll take away the 30, leaves us with $195. Now, these are our expenses for this particular account. If we're just looking at this from this account, then we'll say, okay, well that gives us about 87%, right? And we still have to take out taxes. So let's say we take taxes out, and let's say that still leaves us at a profit margin of 50%. That's great. Like most businesses are between 15 and 25%, right? If our profit margin on this one time a month account is around 50%, that's amazing. But I can't build my business off of that particular model. It's good to have those sprinkled in every now and then, but I can't build my business off of that. And here's why. That account is once a month. Now, employees or subcontractors, they're no different from us, right? From business owners. They want to be in places that are convenient. They want to go to accounts that are consistent, and they want to put as less mileage on their cars as possible. if I built my business off of that model, in order for me, I don't even done the math to think of how many of those accounts would it take for me to be able to make what my company now makes, right? It'll be so many of those individual little accounts, to the point where I'll have employees driving all over the place, right? They wouldn't make any money, because by the time they're done driving around, they got to get now gas and oil changes. It's just too consistent. So even though the profit margin on accounts like that are really, really high, it doesn't make sense as a business owner to build your business based on that specific model, unless you're going to be doing most of the work, or you have a cluster of those accounts in one central location where it's easy just to go around. And then even still, now you have to think, okay, well, now that's, let's say it's 30 of them, right? You got 30 alarm codes, you got 30 sets of keys. Now you have 30, decision makers. That's 30 different emails. That's 30 different problems that can go wrong from a lot of, 30 different problems that can go wrong. So I have a mixture. We have some of those. I have some 5-day-a-week accounts, some 7-day-a-week accounts. And the higher you go in the days of service and frequency of service, the higher you go, the smaller and smaller the profit margin is. It's going to get smaller. It's going to get more into the normal after you take care of all of your other things. It's going to be more than normal, between 15 and 25%, if you're doing things the right way. It's going to fall more into that range. And in all honesty, if you bid high enough and the account wants you there more times, you may fall into single-digit profitability rate, right? But you're still making a profit. But I hope that answered that question. If you're thinking about what's more profitable, what should I be focused on? I would be focused on making sure that my money is allocated correctly, and those 3 things that I talked about in the beginning, right? Acquiring new customers, bidding, and learning how to get staff on a regular basis. Those are the things you really need to be focused on. And then also learning, as you grow, as you go, learning the jargon of the accounts that you have, or the ones that you want to get, right? Speak their language, because when you go do their walkthrough, you go do walkthroughs for them, you become more relatable, right? You're more relatable because you're talking some of the same language that they're talking. It makes them feel like you understand where they're coming from. It makes you seem like less of a newcomer, right? So guys, that is it for today's video. Like I say, in the game of business, spectators are only going to watch, but hustlers get into the game so they can win. Guys, I'm always dropping jewels. Just make sure you're in position to pick them up. You do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.